Alright, I need to make my tier 2 video. I've been saying that I was gonna record a video tutorial on how to make a tier 2 on a very big budget, and I think now's about the time that we're gonna do that. So we're gonna have to do it on stream. If this goes smoothly, if I feel like I've explained everything, then most likely this little section will be going on YouTube. But I'm gonna explain how to like do some tier 2s right now. And this is on a budget and stuff like that. Obviously there's gonna be better alternatives to like doing some tier 2s. This is just like the budget setup that I've found that just works for me and stuff like that. As far as armor set goes, the only thing you'd really need, ideally when you're trying to do tier 2s, you already have the Shadow Assassin armor. If you don't have Shadow Assassin at least for this, then like, I don't even think you should be doing tier 2s, me personally. If you want to have like a decent regen, then the Revive Heart will actually provide a decent amount of healing and stuff like that. And as long as you have like Transylvanian on it as well, that actually like really helps when it comes to like regenerating with like the mobs as well. So this setup like this, it should do pretty well and stuff like that. But you want to have at least Rev Slayer 6 when you're doing this and stuff like that, because you need to have the Revive Heart recipe. At least at this point, if you're going to be doing tier 2s, you should at least have like these things. You can get Soul Weaver gloves like, I don't know, I think that's an F7 item and stuff like that, so I don't know. You should still be pretty good. At least in my eyes. The Florid Zombie Sword should actually be really easy to acquire, because this is actually really dirt cheap to make, stuff like that. You just need 2 zombie hearts, then you make the zombie sword, and from there you're gonna need like golden powder, which actually is not that expensive from the auction house, I mean the bazaar. And you need 1 enchanted gold block, which is also pretty easy to acquire. And then from there you upgrade it with healing tissue, which also isn't that expensive. So, and also in perks with getting the Rev 6 Slayer, you'll also be getting the recipe to at least the Wand of Restoration. If you have at least the Wand of Restoration, that will provide like just enough healing for what you want. Now here's kind of like a tricky thing, it's like that. Now you could do the tier 2s with the Voidwalker. However, I'm not gonna lie, I highly suggest upgrading this to the Void Edge. The Void Edge will just provide a lot more damage and also just a bit more defense against the Enderman. So it's like, we're gonna try one with the Voidwalker, 1 Slayer with it, and then we're gonna upgrade it to the Void Edge. And then we'll see like just how much more easier it is, so like that. We don't need to put any ultimate enchantments on this yet, but as long as you have like basic enchantments like this, that'll work. So you could like spend a little extra money to get like tier 6 enchants on your sword. Like you can get critical 6, you can get Endslayer 6 from like in the end. You can get sharpness 6, Siphon 4 would even be better as well. Thunderlord 6, Titan Killer 6, so like you can get those as well, and they're really not that expensive, and if they are, they're worth it. Look at this man, just hiding. Now, 2 things that I find as essentials when it comes to doing like Slayers, especially going forward, is having like a decent like Flux and having the Necromancer sword. Now first things first, you want to have at least the Mana Flux. Like Mana Flux is all you need for tier 2s, which is pretty easy to get. I think you get that from Sven Slayer 6, I think, which that's pretty easy to achieve as well. Necromancer sword, this one might be the most tedious, but I feel that if you've already like cleared, like I feel like you've at least, if you want to at least have like floor 6 cleared, like you've obviously gotten 4 or 5 cleared to get the Shadow Assassin, but getting floor 6 cleared so that we can use the Necromancer sword, this is going to be really helpful. Now the tanks I would be advised is like master floor tanks, but these are from floor 6. And these will also get the job done. And also don't skip out on like any of these things on getting a potatoed. Make sure that your armor is potatoed on here. Make sure the actual katana is actually like potatoed. You could use a livid dagger, but honestly I just highly suggest using the katanas, me personally. What magic power? Now here's also the thing regarding magic power. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have a bit of a head lead because actually like I don't have a lot of magic power. That's the unfortunate thing. But I do have a decent magic power where I still do a lot of damage like that. Now as you can see, we have the Bloody Power Stone going off like that. That one's actually really easy to get because all you need is some beating hearts, which honestly you could just buy off the auction. So I highly suggest getting this Power Stone. This would actually really help out and stuff like that. What I might even do is I might even remove some talismans so that way I'm like, I kind of have like not that much magic power, so that way like I could still do it with a challenge. Now as far as pet goes, I have 2 questions that whenever people want to do Slayers, and I say, would you rather have more damage but you have a chance of dying a bit more often, or would you have better survivability but it takes a fuck ton of time to actually kill the boss? If you want better like damage but you have a chance at like not the best health and like staying alive, then an epic E-Man will do. You know, you might most likely want to have him with Dwarf Turtle Shell, because having a Dwarf Turtle Shell just makes you not take any knockback and basically just allows you to do a lot more damage, because if you're getting knocked around and stuff like that, you really can't really focus that much on the boss. It's just not the most ideal thing. But if you want a better time surviving, but like, you know, you probably won't do that much damage, the blue will be your pet and stuff like that. Now this one, you don't want to skip out on though. This one, you absolutely want to get it to Legendary, because an Epic Blue Whale, it's not really what I would suggest. It's like that. I mean, you could, but in my experience, it's just not the bestest. The one thing that I do want to make note is the Ultimate Wise 5. You want to have this on all the things you're going to be using, like the ability for, because you're going to be using a lot of mana. And keep in mind, since this is the budget setup, you're not going to have a lot of intelligence. As you can see, right now I only have like 589. If you're at the point that I am, you're probably not going to have that much like intelligence either. You're probably going to have like closer to like a little bit, like barely over 500. So, you know, you kind of want to make sure that like you at least like have like full ancient on everything. Which this also might have to go without being said, but you want to make sure that you have at least like mining 30 so you can put ancient on stuff. You could also rely on people to like actually reforge your stuff for you, but I don't trust randoms. Also, Fabled, you want to get on the Voidwalker. Like that's going to be ideal for this one. If you just follow these enchants right here, these are like the simple things that you need. Like this should get you through the Slayer. Alright, I think now we're ready to tackle the Slayer. Let's actually like turn this into a video. Some people might be curious if they watch this video. They're probably gonna be like, why am I not covering tier 1s? Because I'm gonna make this in separate videos. I'm gonna cover first, I'm gonna cover tier 2s, and then in a separate video, I'm gonna cover tier 3s. Why not tier 1s? Come on, bro. If you can't even do a tier 1 and stuff like that, you shouldn't even be on this video. Come on, bro. If tier 1s are actually providing a challenge for you, then I'm gonna safely say that I don't think you should be doing Voidglooms yet. You should really focus on getting your dungeon, like, gear up, mostly, so like that. Now, as far as, like, the E-Man, this is gonna help you with, like, taking, like, less damage from the Enderman. It's like, honestly, I highly suggest getting this E-Man at least up to, like, maybe, like, level 60. I think level 60 is, like, a decent, like, rounds like level to like get things started to actually like do this boss somewhat easy. We're gonna try one with the E-Man first, and then we're gonna try one with the Blue Whale. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish that I did have the God Pod active right now, so that I can really like do this bare bones. Because most of the time, if you're doing tier 2s, you're probably not gonna want to do any like, you're probably not gonna want to like use any God Pots that early. Like most people that are like doing tier 2s very early, they probably don't even mess with God Pots or like cookies and stuff like that. They probably just want to, like, you know, save as much money as they can. Why SA and not Crimson? I guess maybe you could probably make Crimson work, but, like, as far as budget setups go, this is the armor set that I've typically, like, worked with. Obviously, now, like, back in the day, the chestplate used to be, like, 20 mil, but now, like, the chestplate and, like, the entire set as a whole has fallen off in price quite a bit, so I think, like, this will definitely get it to work and stuff like that. At this point in the game, you want to at least be willing to spend at least, like, 10 million. Like, tens of millions of coins. Like, at this point, if you want to be doing tier 2s, and even just going forward, you probably just want to have some of these things already for, like, later dungeons, so, you know. This is definitely not the point where you want to be skipping out on anything. This is, like, probably the cheapest, like, that you'd probably go around getting. There's actually two things that you want to ensure, though. If you're doing the Slayer, I suggest two places to do this. Like, if you actually are trying to, like, show that you can do it by yourself, there's a few spots that you can be. This right here, if you're gonna spawn the boss, this space right here is actually, like, a pretty decent space to, like, work with. If you want to go into the second level, I suggest this spot right here. This spot right here will actually provide it so that way, like, you still have Endermen around you, and having the Transylvanian enchantment on your helmet, this will actually help a lot with having the mobs around. So ideally, you want to have as much Enderman around you as possible. Now, the spot that I usually used to do when I was first doing this was the spot that I would use. This is a good little battleground here, and usually there's a lot of E-Man around here. So, this is usually where I like to do the Slayer. It goes without being said, but we're going to try to kill this thing by ourselves. Let's hope that nobody tries taking the kills from us, please. I might cut these scenes with, like, some, like, footage that I'm going to record when I don't have a boost, like, when I don't have a God Pod active, because the God Pod, as I said, it just really makes, like, it kind of gives too much of an advantage where I'm like, yeah, let me show you how it would go without a God Pod, but I think it should still be good. Since the last clip, unfortunately, we actually lost our summons that we had, because we were doing a tier 4 earlier today, and, yeah, we kind of were using some noob summons, so I was like, damn, I was trying to get them back, and we couldn't get our exact summons back. But we were able to get one tank zombie from floor 7, as well as a shadow assassin from the same floor. So we're going to be using a little bit more mana. It just makes it so that you have a lot of extra boosts. Alright, we spawned that one out. Alright, the tanks are going to take care of that. Okay, this is good. Alright. So since we have... Now, here's the thing. Since we're going to be having the Enderman pet active for this, what you actually want to do is if you're actually getting really low on the damage, you actually want to, like, use your Wand of Restoration during the boss fight. If you can do that, then you'll have healing throughout the thing, and you'll heal yourself really fast. Like, right now, probably want to have that active. Alright, now he's back on that hits phase. We do that. Alright. Let's see, right now our mana's not that bad right now. It's still regenerating pretty well. Okay, that's a lot of damage right there. Still good. Alright, right about now, when it gets to the 6 million part, he's gonna start throwing these beacons. When he starts throwing these beacons, you just want to like get close to them and hug them for like a second. Like honestly, they shouldn't be on that long, ideally. Alright, let's see, I got this one. Oh my god. Alright. Huh? Alright. We kind of got ourselves a little bit low. And that's also the thing about the Florid Zombie Sword. Like, the Florid Zombie Sword gives you immediate healing. If you want the immediate healing because you're like a little worried and stuff like that, that's honestly a good decision, but I prefer having the Wand of Restoration, me personally. I like to have like a bunch of healing just like kind of coming to me in like waves and stuff like that. Just so I have something to go throughout. And that's a pretty easy Slayer right there. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I even want to like upgrade this sword just yet. Because we have the God Pod, I feel like this is like, it's not giving like the bestest like example of like having a true like budget, because again, most likely not everyone's going to be having a God Pod active. Now for the next time we're actually going to do this there, we're going to try it with the blue whale pet. You're going to see that although it's like the Enderman's going to have like you're not going to be able to do that much damage to the Enderman, you should have a much better like time like surviving that you probably won't even need to use the Wand of Restoration or the Florid Zombie Sword. Alright, let's get the blue whale on. Now the main goal for this one is try not to use like any like crazy healing. Oh shit. Also, here's the thing that I forgot to mention. Because these tanks are actually like from like a much lower floor and stuff like that, they should actually be able to like provide like that you don't use that much mana on them. And as you can see, we're not doing that much damage on this Slayer. Because our whale pet is like our main thing that's like healing us like that. It's mainly our healing pet, not really our damage pet. So we're not gonna be doing that much damage to the Enderman. But the cool thing is that we really don't have to worry about doing like a lot of healing to ourselves. We just need to hope that nobody gets active on my Slayer. Oh god, not the lag. No, we're about to die right here. Wait, what? Bro, we should be dead right now. Dude, we just took like 10 hits at once with that bug. My god, this combo's so broken, the fact that we didn't die from that. Yeah, honestly, like, the look of it, we're not even gonna need to, like, use any, like, Restoration Wand, any Florid Zombie Sword. Right now, we're kind of getting through it, honestly. Oh, and also, it kind of helps, goes without also being said, but having the Bloody Power Stone, doing that one, it actually allows you to also get just slightly more attack speed. The more attack speed that you have is actually really, really good, too, because that just shows, like, how much more damage you can do, like, in each, like, successive, like, melee of hits, you know? You want to have as much hits as you can, so that way you can do as much damage as possible. The blue whale, although it does take a little bit longer, it's honestly, it just feels a lot more secure, honestly, to me. But, like, honestly, it just takes a little bit longer, so the real question is, do you want to take a little bit longer, but have, like, guaranteed victory? Or, you know, do you want to get it finished, but, like, there's a chance of dying, that you might need to have healing going throughout, so, you know, for that, I would say, you know, if you want to go the Enderman route, you're absolutely going to want to have these items at the very least. It's like that. But if you have the legendary blue whale, you should probably just get through with just a mana flux. You should probably still be good. Now, as far as like tier 3 goes and stuff like that, don't worry about that yet. We're not making that video yet. But the video will come soon. Not right now. I need to just focus on the tier 2, but I think that basically covers most of everything for the tier 2s. Now, I didn't turn this into the Void Edge just yet, but I think I'm not going to turn it into a Void Edge until, like, after I record those other things, but without the God Pod active. Now, here's the thing. To actually use the Void Edge, you actually do got to get your Slayer all the way up to Slayer level 3 for Voidgloom, which, honestly, if you grind long enough, like, if you're used to grinding and putting in the hours, you'll get there in no time, honestly. You will need to make sure that you have a decent amount of soul flow, because rather than just using intelligence or mana, you're actually using both soul flow and mana cost. It is going to cost a very, very, kind of an expensive minion upgrade to just generate the soul flow that you'll need. But trust me, it is very, very much worth it once you start using it. These enchantments right here, if you could make them go higher, which honestly, we probably might just do. I think I actually have another Ultimate Wise 5 book, which if I do, I'll use it. As you can see, we got some level 6 tier enchants, and they're very, very much going to be very helpful to us. Yes. Alright. Doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. Oh, we gotta have that going off the entire time, bro. We gotta have that off the entire time. Huh? You need to piss off, bro. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, we need to make sure that we conserve this for the next mana flux placement, which it looks like it's now. Honestly, all things considered, that doesn't seem bad. Oh, dude. We got him to that phase a lot more faster. Yeah, you just literally just gotta make sure that you keep having that wand going off. That's the only thing. Oh, dude, you're dead. Oh, dude. Yeah. That was a lot more faster. Need we do more? You know what? Whale test. Whale test. Granted, my blue whale is a pretty high level compared to my Enderman. Even a level 60 legendary blue whale is still gonna do very, very good at keeping you alive. Alright. We're gonna try to using no healing. That's the goal. Alright. I feel like every single time that I use the Vorpal Katana's ability, just the Katana's ability in general, I always feel like it gives me, like, more damage that I take. Oh, no, never mind. He's taking all that damage. Alright, now we just focus on just damaging you. Bro, the Siphon 4 is definitely allowing us to not need to, like, do any extra healing as well. Oh, bro, you're just dead. We gotta manage our mana, and we're set. You're dead. Nah, bro, you're dead. Nah, bro, you're just dead. Yeah. Bro, we didn't need any extra healing. You know what? I think that cements it. The basic tier 2 Voidgloom Slayer. Now, some people might be wondering, if you are using Final Destination armor, how many kills would you need on the armor so you can comfortably do tier 2s? Me personally, I've gotten lucky at doing them at like 5k and having the mana flux going off the entire time with some additional healing. But honestly, I'd say if you want to have like absolutely like no problem with doing tier 2s, then go to like 10k. With the full set, you should be able to comfortably do tier 2s, and also that's kind of actually the ground rules to kind of be around to do tier 3s. But that's for another video. Also, shout out to the person that noticed me in the Dwarven Mines that saw my Necrons video. You've been noticed and you have been appreciated. Tier 3 video, hopefully coming very, very soon. And hopefully not too long, the Tier 4 video. Hopefully it was helpful. If it did, be sure to leave a like or let me know just how nicely it did to help you. If you have any criticisms, don't tell me, because this is my tutorial, not yours. Alright, until the next video, bye bye.